okay, we got to talk about this whistleblower, and more people need to know who he is. David McBride. He recently posted a video on his YouTube channel titled, "If You're Seeing This, I'm in Jail." He has been sentenced for 5 years and 8 months for exposing war crimes that Australian special forces committed in Afghanistan. Now, I've been told all my life that, you see abuse of power, you see corruption, you see evil, you need to speak out. But it seems the U.S.'s policy of going after whistleblowers and investigative journalists seems to be catching on in other countries, especially in Australia. Why are you trying to click, copy, and paste us? Why are you trying to click, copy, paste all that we do here to journalists and whistleblowers here? Why? So I want to pull up this video here. And I will keep my pausing to a minimum because I think we need to really hear his voice out, and more people need to know his story. He shouldn't serve 1 second behind bars.
There we go.
All right, Dave. So this is a bit more of a sobering video. This is one we're recording in case the outcome isn't what we want it to be.
Former military lawyer David McBride has been sentenced to 5 years and 8 months jail in the ACT Supreme Court for sharing classified military documents with journalists.
It's titled, "If You're Watching This, I'm Going to Prison." But what would be your message to people in the instance where you have to go to prison?
If you're watching this, I'm in prison. Again, all I can do is thank the supporters. I'm not going to complain. I went into this with my eyes open. I always said I would go to prison with my head held up high, and it may be that I need to go to prison in order to fix this country. We need to look at how this country can pretend that I'm a national security threat when there are so many other things wrong with it. So much bribery, so much corruption, even war criminals that haven't been in jail, and leaders of our completely failed war effort. 20 years, $6 trillion, 41 Australians, good Australian soldiers dead, and no one has had to answer for it except for me, because I have damaged national security. I will sit in jail. I will get stronger in jail. We will build our forces. Plenty of people down through the ages have been in jail and have come out stronger. So don't worry about me. Maybe if you can, if you know my family, if you know my team, extend a helping hand, extend some love to my family. It won't be that easy for my girls, but they're strong girls. And when I tried to explain to them, or my ex-wife Sarah did, to say, "You understand Dad might be in jail," they were like, "Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker," which I just love. They're not scared. They're a chip off the old block, and they are proud of me. Do not go silent until I'm out. I believe we'll win on an appeal. I believe the High Court will eventually have to say that we can't put people in jail for doing their jobs. I was a military lawyer. What do you think my job would be if not to pick up on potential illegal activity within the organisation that I was meant to police? I did my job. Put me in jail. My head will be held up high. I may have been a bit emotional when I was sentenced, but I can assure you, once the dust has settled and the exhaustion is gone, I will look back on this and be so grateful to everybody who supported it. Anyone who supported me, don't think this is a failure. This is a victory. We're going to win this. And when we do finally win it, it will be so, so fucking sweet.
I want to pause right here. This is a sign of strength. David McBride did nothing wrong. His job was to police and also to keep an eye on issues that are illegal. And he saw it. He reported it. Nothing got done. And he did his job as being a whistleblower, exposing war crimes, abuse of power. Now, I don't know what's wrong with the Australian government, but why are you doing this to a citizen who did the right thing? Who did the right thing and exposed war crimes? You know, I mean, that is something that, you know, a person should be applauded for and praised for, because he had the courage to stand up against a system. But oh no, he's the bad guy. We now live in a cartoon world where those in power are the real tyrants, and those that want to bring in change are the villains. How did this happen? Well, like in many democracies and many republics, I guess, us citizens, us average day citizens, we gave our silent, obedient consent to these politicians, to these lawmakers, assuming that they knew better. If we left them alone, they would leave us alone. That's not the case. I'm for the freedom of David McBride. He should not be serving 1 second behind bars. And this is a travesty. This is a disaster. And when I keep on saying to people that the censorship's going to get worse, I mean it. And believe me when I say it. I'll be posting the original link to the video in the description box below, as well as, more importantly, the clip to the full video in the comments section as well. But Dave McBride wrongly being put behind bars. It is something that must not happen. It should not be allowed to happen. He's a hero and should be acknowledged as one.